I would not expect this to have a V8, right? All I've ever known from MG, which is very little, by the way, I would always assume small, 4-cylinder kind of sports cars or cruisers. What the heck? Oh, look at that. What do you call those? Is that target tops? Is that the correct name? That part kind of folds back, right? Like opens. What an interesting shape. You know what? I should have looked. Hold up. Does this whole piece open? Because it almost looks like it does if you look at these lines, right? Is this like a lift back or a hatchback? Very interesting design. It does have a rear seat too. I don't think I would fit in there. I also don't know if I'd even fit in the front, but I hope I would. Because I'd love, let's get real. This thing looks like it'd be super fun to drive. It's got to be light. Very lightweight, right? There's no way this thing's heavy. God, it's running so nice. The idle sounds so good. Hell yeah, look at this. Damn. I just would not expect to see a V8 under this thing. Wow. MG V8. That's so weird. I did not even know they made V8s. Oh, there's the roof does open, and there's our answer. It is like this is like a hatch or a lift gate. What a cool car, dude. I love the super simple interior from back then. Of course, it's a manual transmission. Yes, as it should be. Oh, I wish these weren't so damn rare in the US. This is a proper car, man. God, that looks so fun. Beautiful interior. There's a look at the trunk or the boot. Is that what it's also called? Yeah. I mean, actually, you wouldn't have a lot of vertical room, but I mean, there's definitely a lot of room here. You could fit some stuff. So it was somewhat practical. Obviously, I don't think anyone would be daily driving this in current times, but definitely should get some use. I also, at the same time, hate cars that just sit for decades and never drive at all. I feel like that's a shame. Yeah, that is cool with the open top. This looks like a ton of fun, dude. How can you go wrong with this thing? I did not even know a car like this existed from MG. Shows how much I know, because I don't know much. Okay, so now we have an interior shot, kind of a point of view perspective, and he's actually going to start it up. Dude, there is nothing like old cars. The way they just like instantly fire up, especially when they're warmed up, right? When that carburetor's, ready to go, right? And then just like the way they rev and the way it kind of, shakes the car a little bit. Oh, dude, it's addicting, man. There is nothing like old cars. Nothing like them. I can't imagine. Obviously, it's right-hand drive. That would be weird for me at first, but you know what? Screw it, dude. I would have a blast in this thing. Ah, look at that. What? You even get a windscreen on an old car like that? When the roof's open? That's cool. It's a 4-speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse is far side. Interesting. All right, here we go. Here's what we want. Oh my God. Damn. Got the crank windows. You got the quarter glass right here. There's so much I love about old cars, man. Can really get that airflow in. Oh, that thing makes the right noises. I believe this is somewhere in the UK that this is filmed. I know it's definitely not the US, obviously. It always looks like great driving roads around there. What a great joyride car. If you want to go out for a cruise and just feel some air, some fresh air, right? And just have all the right noises going on and be able to, with that V8 in a light car, be able to, you know, be in any gear and have torque, right? You're not gonna. I bet you're hard pressed to get this thing to lug and where you can't accelerate, right? That's easy to do in 4-cylinder cars when you're in a high gear, but that's hard to do in a V8. That thing will always kind of have torque to pull you along, which is awesome, right? Wow. You know, that's kind of like the dream scenario. You know, America did great with V8s, right? Big engine cars, big, you know, sounds and burnouts and all that jazz. But they weren't as refined in the braking and handling department, right? I know European cars have always been ahead on that, even way back in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. So, you know, you take a European chassis like this, right? This MG clearly looks a lot more planted for 1975 than a lot of American cars were. I imagine this V8 is not nearly as big as like some of the American ones, like a 440, right, or a 454, you know, all these big block engines. But I'm sure it's big enough. I'm sure it's maybe like I don't know what this would have been, maybe like a 3.5 liter V8, maybe a 4 liter V8, something around there, I would assume. But you know what? That's a big engine for this small car. So it's definitely more than enough. So, you know, combining that V8 life with a chassis like this that you know is, you know, a little more confidence inspiring when you're on a twisty road or a track or whatever, right? It's just going to be nice. It's going to be nice on turns. That's kind of like the best of both worlds. What a fun car, dude. Wow. Looks like those shifts are nice and crisp. Damn, that's a fun car. All right, and then if we go to the, this is that channel. Now, of course, they have a website. It's actually a classic car dealer in the UK. I think that is super cool. So they have a slideshow, some pictures. This is the car we just saw driving. Obviously a beautiful machine. Looks like it's in great shape, great restoration. Oh man, would that be a fun car to have. So it was a 75 MGB GT V8. You know, it is a 4-speed manual with overdrive. How's that work? How does overdrive work on that? I'm not exactly sure. Black with black leather, right-hand drive. It doesn't say the price, but it was sold. Congratulations to Nigel. So whoever Nigel is, I'd consider yourself very, very lucky to have this. This is a beautiful machine. I hope you are enjoying it. This is fully restored to Concours level by BMH approved specialist Tim Kelly and only completed in June of 2023. A simply exceptional factory V8 presenting with its stunning black paintwork and immaculate condition throughout is without a doubt one of the very best available anywhere, I would imagine. You know, it's pretty cool. They do UK and worldwide delivery. And this place is apparently in North Yorkshire. I love the design of it. It seems like a good size. Like, it is small, but it's not super small, right? Although maybe it is. It's hard to tell from pictures. I feel like the proportions, it's unique. It's not like a typical design you see. I don't know. I just really like it, right? With that sloping back and, you know, it's got a good stance, right? It's got that just slight kind of rake, you know, where it's a little higher in the back and seems to go lower in the front, which, you know, is a muscular look. And I like that, of course. I'm American. I like cars that look like that. You look at, I mean, they have original documentation. How cool is that? And this definitely has me interested in MG. I mean, I pretty much am always interested in these companies I learn about that were way bigger in Europe than they were here. And this is no different. I mean, I realize also not all their cars might have been like this one, but it seems to me they knocked this one out of the park. Was this